Alrighty. Any pains or injuries before we start? Good. All right. All right. Good day, everyone. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com, and if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10 and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Today's class is open flow. It is a level 1, level 2. If you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations, make sure that you do modify or skip poses altogether, making good decisions about your movement practice so that you don't create any injuries or perpetuate any injuries. If your hips or your lower back is tight, make sure that you elevate and sit up on a block or some blankets, and that'll make it easier for you to find a lengthy, tall spine in your seated position. Let the palms face up. Fingers come together, mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. Ground evenly through your seat, elongate through your spine. And start to let your inhales even out with your exhales. Smoothing out the breath, quieting your mind. Three ohms together, inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer on front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Sarva Vushtan, Gatopiwa, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Sapahya, Bihyendraha, Bihyendraha, Suchihi, Suchihi. Starting to open the eyes, palms face up, fingers come back to Gyan Mudra. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Chin toward the right shoulder. Release back to center, drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. Chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center, drop the left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction, ear to one side, roll back. Opposite side, roll to center. A few more rounds. One more giant circle, chin back toward the chest and pause. And then taking the opposite direction. And back to center again. Lifting the chin parallel to the floor, neutral spine. Extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Hands supporting to either side of you and turn your toes toward each other. And then roll them out. Draw in. Roll out, draw in, outer rotation, circling. Come back to center, switch them around, inner rotations. And back to center again. Cross your shins. Take the opposite shin on top, so there's your non-dominant crossing of the legs. Inhale, arms up high and extend. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to your left. Back to center again. Side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. Take it back up, other side. Back to center again, legs forward, forward fold, grabbing your feet, ankles or your shins. So here's where we are talking about with the lengthy spine. So whether you grab your feet, ankles, or shins, you want to first start with a neutral spine. And with that neutral spine, you want to hinge at the hips to draw forward. So even if it goes slightly further forward and you feel the stretch of the lower back, that is better than if you do this. Right? So make sure you find your lengthy neutral spine and then just add a little bit of pressure of leaning forward, hinging at the hips. So wherever you end up, that is where you're taking this today. Now, alternatively, let's say it's difficult for you to find what that feeling is. You can achieve the same thing by bending at the knees, right? And then grabbing the outer shins, lengthen, and think about your belly making contact to the top of the thighs. And that should give you a sense of what the stretching of the lower back feels like. And then with that, you can start to incrementally move your heels further forward, re-lengthen, and go. Move your heels further forward, re-lengthen, and go. All right? When you're ready, release. Swing the legs back behind you, down dog, and start to pedal out the legs. Walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness and down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose and round the spine. Inhale, kick up, three-legged dog. Stepping your right foot forward. Warrior one, ground the back heel down. Raise arms up high and extend. Once you steady your balance, lean the upper torso back, gently looking up into a slight back bend. Come back up to vertical. Lean the torso forward to a diagonal. Come back up to vertical, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. So, Gary, yeah, back heel should always be down at an angle for warrior poses. Flip the front palm, reverse, warrior. Exhale, side angle. You can modify elbow to top of the knee or the right hand to the floor, left arm up. Inhale, come back up, reverse, warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot, stepping back, plank, inhale one breath, exhale, lower all the way down to the belly, hands alongside the rib cage, 3 progressive cobras, lift up baby cobra, so your belly, lower ribs stay on the floor, exhale, lower almost all the way down, inhale, lift up a little bit higher, belly, lower ribs away from the floor, exhale, lower almost all the way down, inhale, lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms, you can take it, or slight bending of the elbows. And release all the way down, child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. Down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose and round the spine. Inhale, kick up. Stepping left foot forward, warrior one. So once you plant your left foot down, ground the back heel. And with the support of the back heel down, it's much easier to rise up and extend. Once you have the vertical line in your warrior one, lean it back for a slight back bend. Then come back up to vertical, lean it forward to a diagonal. Keep the crown of the head, fingertips reaching forward and grounding through the back heel down. Take it back up to vertical, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Reverse, warrior, left arm up and back. Exhale, side angle, modifying elbow to the knee or the hand to the floor, right arm up. Inhale, come all the way back up, reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot, stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. 3 progressive cobras again. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms, go ahead and take it. All the way down, child's pose, feet toward the heels, and fold. Down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Right knee in toward the nose. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Right knee outside of the right arm and touch. Kick back up, stepping your right foot forward. Warrior one, arms up high. Take it slightly back into a back bend again. Come back up to vertical, lean it forward to a diagonal. This time, we're going to take the arms as if we're doing this breaststroke. Swim the arms back. Swim the arms forward. Swim the arms back. Swim the arms forward. Swim the arms back. Swim the arms forward. Come back up to warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle. Lengthen out the right leg. Right hand to top of the shin or to the floor, left arm up. Inhale, come back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose and around the spine. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee to the outside of the left arm and touch. Kick back up. Stepping your left foot forward. Back heel comes down to the floor. Warrior one. So make sure that you understand. Warrior poses, back heel is always down. In a lunge, it's a different position, different for your hips as well. In a warrior, your hips are open to the side. In a lunge, your hips are squared forward. That's why you're on your tiptoes. Otherwise, when you ground the back heel down, you have to open up the hips just a little bit, but you're still squaring forward. Right? So for most of us, it's really difficult when we have the back heel down to square the hips forward, even though for the most part, the intention is to square forward as much as possible. But there's always a slight slanting of the hips, right? But you don't want it to go this way either, because then that becomes a warrior two. Warrior one, you're still trying to square forward with the back heel down. All right? So lift up to a slight back bend. Then come up and forward into an extension, and then swimming your hands back. Swim the arms back. Swim the arms forward. Swim the arms back. Swim the arms forward. Swim back. Swim forward. Come back up. Warrior one. Open it up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Left arm up and back. Exhale, triangle. Lengthen out the front leg. Left hand to top of the shin or to the floor. Right arm up. Inhale, come back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, left foot, stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right heel up. Right knee in toward the nose. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Right knee outside of the right arm and touch. Kick back up. Knee comes into twist. Touch your left arm. Kick back up. Stepping your right foot forward. Warrior one. Left hand catching your right wrist. Extend up and side bending to your left. Back to center. Switch hands. Extend, side bending to the right. Back to center. Wrap the hands back behind you, interlace. Lift up, gaze upwards into a back bend. Exhale, bow forward, devotional warrior, crown of the head to the inside of the foot. All the way back up, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Half moon. Right hand forward, about a foot from your toes, a little bit off to right side, so it should be the corner of your mat, roughly. Tip forward to balance on the right foot, right hand. Reach your left heel back, reach your left arm up. So this time you're stacking your left side over your right. You can keep the gaze looking down to check your balance. Step it back, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, right foot stepping back plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. Take the left arm down and roll to the outside of the left hip, left leg. Now check your shoulder. Your left shoulder should be directly over your elbow with a vertical line for your upper arm. That will give you the support you need. What happens is if your arm is too far forward, you're going to collapse, right? If your arm is too far back, same thing, you're going to collapse. So have a vertical line. That will give you the support. Flex your right foot. Lift the right heel. You're going to move the right heel forward. Move the right heel back. Move the right heel forward. Move the right heel back. One more. Forward and back. And bend your right knee. Grab the outside of the right foot with your right hand and kick back. Release. Take the right hand back down to the floor. Extend the right leg out so your legs are parallel. Keep your feet flexed. You're going to lift the right heel as high up as you can. Toes are pointing forward. And then lower the right heel, almost touching the other leg. Lift the right heel as high as you can. Lower. Lift. And lower. Release. Square back to center. Switch sides. Right arm comes down. Roll to outer right leg. Supporting with the left hand. Check your right shoulder over your elbow. Lift the left foot. Toes are pointing forward, right, to the window side of the room. Move the left heel forward. Move the left heel back. Move the left heel forward. Move the left heel back. Move forward. Move back and bend your left knee. Reach back to grab the foot and kick back. Release. Take the legs to parallel. Support with your hands. Notice the toes are pointing in the same direction. You're not rolling the toes upwards toward the sky. Then as you're ready, lift as high as you can and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Square back to center. Child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. Walk your hands in, standing on top of the shins. Reach your arms forward, parallel to your floor. Right hand to your left shoulder. Left hand to your right elbow. Gently pulling here. Then reach your right hand forward, up and back with your left hand. Pull against your right elbow. Lean back with your torso, looking upwards, so going into a slight back bend. Take it back up to vertical and then side bending to your left. Come back to center. With your left hand, reach out to left side and take the hands into a fist. Then as you bend your elbow, you're going to rotate your fist and draw it behind you. You don't have to go that high. You're just moving it across your lower back. And then lift the elbow up. Keep your elbow bent. Draw the arm across the back. Lift the elbow up. Draw back and stay here. Press the forearm to your lower back. Lift the chest. Lean it back in space. Come back to neutral spine with your left hand. Release your fist, so expand the hand. Then reach your left hand out to side. De-rotate to let the palm face up. Draw the left hand in. Extend, extend, Arms alongside. Reach your arms forward. Uh, left hand to your right shoulder. Right hand to your left elbow. Gently pulling here. Almost got confused there. Sorry, guys. Reach your left hand forward, up and back. Bend your left elbow. With your right hand, pull back in space. Take it into a slight back bend. Take it up to vertical to a neutral spine, and then side bending to the right. Back to center. As you release, right hand out to side. Take the right hand to a fist. As you then bend your right elbow, you're going to rotate your fist so that the palm of the fist faces behind you, and then take the right forearm across your lower back. And then lift the right elbow up, draw the right elbow back. Lift and lower. Lift and lower and stay there. Press your right forearm against your lower back. Lift up your spine, and then maybe even gently looking up a little bit. Then come back to your neutral spine. Release your fist, expand the hands. Extend the right arm all the way out. Let the palm face up. Bend your right elbow. Raise your right arm up. Raise your left arm up. Hands to the floor. Walk your hands forward, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Left knee in toward the nose. Kick up. Open up the hips, bend the left knee. Left knee outside of the left arm in touch. Kick back up. Knee comes into twist. Touch your right arm. Kick back up. Stepping your left foot forward. Warrior one. Arms up high. Ground the back heel down. Arms up. Right hand catching your left wrist. Pull up, extend. Side bending to the right. Take it back up to vertical. Switch hands. Extend. Side bending to your left. Take it back to center. Wrap the hands back behind you. Interlace with the opposite thumb on top. Lift up, gaze up. Exhale, bow forward. Devotional warrior. Crown of the head to the inside of the foot. Take back up. Warrior one. Exhale, open it up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Half moon. Left hand forward about a foot from your toes. A little bit up to left side. Tip forward to balance into your Ardha Chandrasana half moon. Start to release. Step it all the way back. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor. Left foot stepping back plank and lower all the way down to the belly. Take the forearms back into Sphinx. Line up your shoulders over your elbows. Grab opposite elbows for shoulder swift. Take the forearms back down. Then press your belly, lower it to the floor, and lift the upper back. Stay here for a second. Stephanie, is the screen getting really washed out and you cannot even see me? I kind of feel like it's really bright, and on my screen I could barely see myself, so I don't know if you can see me properly. Oh, now it's adjusted. Did you see that? Okay, good. That's much better. Yeah, it got really bright in here, even though it's cloudy out, and I see that I was getting washed out, and I don't even see that you can see me. All right? Press your hands into your floor. Lift the elbows up, coming up into modified cobra. Bend the elbows. If you have a little bit more in you, walk your hands in, one hand print. Then, keeping your elbows slightly bent, you're going to roll the shoulders forward, up, and as you come up and roll the shoulders back, lengthen out your arms. So the higher up you go in your back bend, the lower to your lower back. If you have one more in you, bend the elbows first. Walk your hands in a little bit more. Keeping your elbows bent, roll the shoulders forward, up, and back as you lengthen out your arms. If it's too deep, you can always just stay a little bit lower. And all the way down, child's pose, seat toward the heels, and fold. And make your way up into a kneeling position. Take the arms forward. You're going to take eagle arms. Wrap the right arm underneath your left. So line up your elbows, bend your elbows. If you can double wrap your arms, take it. If you cannot, the top of the forearms can touch each other. And then on the inhale, lift the elbows up, gaze up. On the exhale, round just your mid and upper back. So as you stay relatively high, draw the elbows toward the ribs and reach your fingertips forward, chin toward the chest. Inhale, lift into back bend. Exhale, round into mid and upper back forward bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Stay here rounded. So the elbows toward the ribs, fingertips actively reach forward, and that should give you a nice sense of a broadening of the upper back. Take it back to vertical and twist to the right. Press your right arm up against your left. Back to center. Twist to your left. Back to center. Release. Extend the arms out and up, and that should be a really nice neutralization. Then reach your arms forward again. Left arm underneath your right. Line up your elbows. Bend the elbows. Double wrap if you can. Then lift the elbows up. Gaze up. Exhale, round to mid and upper back. Elbows in toward the ribs. Fingertips reach forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and stay. Elbows in toward the ribs, chin toward the chest, fingertips reach forward. Take it back up to neutral. Press your left arm up against your right, twisting to your left. Back to center. Twist to the right. Center again, releasing arms. Extend the arms out and up, and then walk your hands forward, down dog. And start to walk your feet forward toward your hands and take your feet out about mat's width distance. Take the left hand to the center. Bend your left knee. Keep the right leg extended. Then raise your left arm up to twist. Switch sides. Right hand down. Walk it to center. Bend your right knee. Lengthen out your left leg. Raise your left arm up to twist. Left hand comes back down, supporting with both hands evenly. Then bend your knees. Let the seat drop a little bit. Lift the head, lift the upper back to a more neutral spine, but also engaged. Shift the weight back toward the heels. That lightens the load to the front bodies, so that when you use your quads to lift up through a neutral spine, you're fully supported. Extend the arms out and up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Back to center. Side bend to your left. Back to center. Arms out to a T and twist to the right. Back to center. Twist to your left. Back to center. Step the left foot in towards center. Pick up the right foot. Tree pose. Sole of the right foot, inner left leg. Then raise the arms up high. Extend the arms out to a wide position, holding here. Then take the left hand to the left hip. Release your right foot, right hand to your right knee, or the right hand to your right big toe and extend forward. Once you're steady, left arm out, open up the knee or the heel to the right side. And begin to release, square back to center, step the right foot down, and walk it out side to side. All right. Come toward the front of the mat. Inhale, reach arms forward, up and back. Exhale, dive forward, crow pose. Hands come forward from your toes by about 1.5 feet, shoulders width. Going to shift your tiptoes and then bend your elbows. Knees to back the arms, gaze to the floor slightly ahead of you. And as you tip forward, when your elbows line up over your wrists, maybe your toes come off the floor, balancing on your hands, crow pose. Make sure you're looking slightly forward, right? Not to the floor behind you, but slightly forward. All right, so Michelle, look forward a little bit instead of down. Yeah, good. There you go. Ah, right? And then shift forward slightly instead of throwing the weight forward. When you throw the weight forward, it's really hard to balance. That's right, nice and slow. Ah, there you go. Right? The difference is, right, when you look down, what happens is the head gets heavier. So you end up falling down and forward, right? But if you lift the head, that gives you much better balance. Right, versus this. When you go this way, you're kind of going in this direction, right? But if you lift the head, it gives you much better balance between the front bodies and the back bodies. Ah, see, already a little bit better. All right, don't use it up yet. There's another one coming up. Step the feet to the floor, walk it back to down dog, and walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness in your down dog. And walk your feet forward toward your hands, coming to the front of the mat once again. Walk your feet out about mat's width distance. Then take the right hand to the inside of the right foot and bend both knees. Raise your left arm up, half bind, left hand behind you. Now you have a choice of staying here in a half bind. If you have a full bind, you're going to thread the right arm underneath the right leg and behind you to see if you can catch the other hand. Now, if you are able to catch the other hand, fantastic. If not, stay in the half bind. Then you have a choice of keeping both knees bent, lengthen out just your left leg, or lengthen out both legs, and looking past your left shoulder, upwards towards the sky in the opposite direction. All right, take the gaze back to the floor, bend both knees, release your hands. Second side, left hand to the inside of the left foot. Raise your right arm up and behind you. Stay here in the half bind, or work on the full bind. Thread the left arm through the legs, circle behind you to catch the other hand. Once you have your bind, either keep both knees bent, lengthen out just your right leg, or lengthen out both legs. Then continue to look over to the right, toward the sky, past your right shoulder. I don't feel like you have to try for the full bind. If the half bind is better for your shoulders, left hand can stay to the floor, right hand behind you. All right, releasing your bending both knees, releasing your binds, hands to the floor. With both hands supporting, bend the knees, let the seat drop a little bit. Lift the head, lift the upper back. Then shift the weight back toward the heels through the strength of your quads, your legs, and a neutral spine. Rise up. Once you come all the way up, extend the arms out again. Left hand catching your right wrist. Extend, side bend left. Back to center, switch hands, extend, side and right. Back to center, reach your arms forward. Right elbow bending, left hand to right elbow. Press into your right elbow and twist your left. Square back to center, switch arms, bend your left elbow. Right hand to left elbow, twist to the right. Back to center, release. Stepping your right foot in towards center, raise the arms up high, pick up your left foot. Tree pose. Take the right hand to the right hip, release your left foot, left hand to left knee, or if you have better extension, yogic toe lock and extend the left heel forward. Counterbalancing, reach your right arm out and then open up the left knee or the left heel to left side. All right, beginning to break, square back, step the left foot down, chair. Exhale, dive forward. So second crow pose. Hands come forward about a foot and a half from your toes, shoulders width, palms are flat. As you shift your tiptoes, start to bend your knees. Also, start to bend your arms. Take the knees to the back of the arms. Find a nice, stable position first. Then gazes to the floor slightly ahead of you. The entire body shifting forward, nice and slow. Try not to throw the weight forward, but instead, nice and easy, incrementally shift forward. So that as you bear weight into your hands, your toes get lighter and lighter. As your toes get lighter and lighter, maybe one foot comes off the floor, maybe the other foot comes off the floor. So make sure it's a nice, slow transition instead of too much force jumping forward. Well done. All right. So is that your first set of crows you've done in a while? Okay, good. Fantastic. All right, let's work your way back. Walk it back, jump it back to down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Step the left foot forward. Crescent moon, right knee comes down. Take extra padding to your right knee if you need to. And walk your hands to the top of the thighs. And then lunge forward. Once you're set with your base and you're ready, then taking the arms up, Venus Mudra. All right, and then releasing your hands to the inside of the left foot. Turn the left toes out at an angle. Left thigh also turns out at an angle. Then walk your hands forward about a foot so that you can more easily lower your forearms down. Now, if you cannot lower your forearms down, you can just walk your hands further forward. Keep your arms extended and just lean the hips forward, right? And that goes into your hip opening and your quad stretch. Right? If you're able to take your forearms down, go ahead and take your forearms. Now, Michelle, you can use your block, right, to your forearms. There you go. Take it horizontally in the low. Yeah, there you go. You can even go to the next higher level. That's right. And then take your forearms. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Stay here. Or for those of you who have better hip opening, tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee, move the entire body a little bit further back, lower the right knee down, untuck the toes, and then maybe making pillows with the hands, resting the forehead, or even working your chest toward the floor. Oh, Stephen, did not realize you have that much hip opening, did you? Yeah, you are surprisingly low. I did not expect that you have this much hip opening. Because in other areas you're a little bit tighter, right? So in here you seem to have a lot more hip opening. See, so yeah, we're all different, right? You can't always read the body always 100%. All right, make your way back up. Turn the left toes back forward. Frame your left foot with the hands either side. Tuck the right toes under, and then lengthen over your left leg, coming into pyramid. Now, if your left hamstrings are tight, you can always bend your left knee a little bit. If you have blocks and you want to use blocks, you can take blocks to either side of the right foot, left foot. If you have only one block, it should go to the inside of the foot using both hands evenly, so you're fully supported on both sides. All right, transitioning into pigeon. Bend your left knee, ground the palms. Kick your left leg up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Yeah, take the hands to the floor. Yeah. Now you don't want to be on your block when you're doing this because it's very unstable. Raise your left leg back up. Draw the left knee in. Land that shin to the floor. Your left thigh should be angling off to the side 30 to 45 degrees with your hands supporting. Inch your right knee further back, lowering your hips. Walk your hands back, elongate, and once you're set, make your way forward. You have another 5 breaths or so. If you like variations that you want to take, go ahead. Now, Stephen, if you take that left hand and you press it to the floor, that will give you more resistance to twist more deeply. Walk your left hand a little bit wider. There you go. You see how that pressing of that left hand to the floor gives you the resistance to twist deeper. Alrighty, let's break. Walk your hands back in. Tuck the right toes under and gently make your way back to your down dog. Walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness. Second side, crescent moon first. Raise your right leg up. Step the right foot forward between your hands. Left knee comes down. Take extra padding as you need. And once you're set with the base, arms up, Venus Mudra. All right, and then taking the hands to the inside of the right foot. Turn the right toes out, right thigh out at an angle, 30 to 45 degrees. Walk your hands forward about a foot. Either keep your arms extended or lower your forearms down. Use your blocks if you need. This is your lizard, a deep hip opener. Now, Jumo, if you angle your right thigh more to the right side and move that thigh out of the way, you don't actually have to move the foot. You just want to angle the knee out to the side. And that might give you a little bit more rotation into that right thigh so that maybe you can go a little bit deeper and lunging the hips forward a little bit more. Those of you going deeper, right? You can tuck your left toes under, lift the knee, and then move the entire body back a couple of inches more. And then once you have that, you can make pillows with the hands and rest your forehead, or get your chest as close toward the floor as possible. All righty, let's start to break, making your way back up. Walking hands in, turning your right toes back forward. Frame your right foot with your hands, tuck the left toes under, and fold over your right leg. So you're looking for the right full extension of the right leg if you have it, a slight bending of the knee if you need it. And if you're using blocks, use a block. So do the best you can to lengthen the front leg. So you're going for that right hamstring stretch, extension. All right, making your way into pigeon. Bend your right knee, ground the palms. Raise your right leg up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Then re-extend the right leg. Draw the right knee in, land the shin to the floor. Angle out the right knee, right side, 30 to 45 degrees. Inch your left knee further back. Untuck your toes. Walk your hands back, elongate through the spine. And then make your way forward. All right, if you're taking variations, make sure you repeat. All righty, starting to break. Walk your hands back in. Tuck the left toes under and press it back up to your down dog. Pedal out the legs. And then start to walk your feet forward toward your hands, gently taking your feet down. Separate your feet about hips width distance. Grab the front of the shins. You're going to lean back and just round your back, chin toward the chest. Feel for expansion through the entire back, through the back of the spine. And then lift back up. Broaden your chest, gently looking up. Come back to a more neutral position. Extend the arms forward. A very controlled descent of your torso. Slowly start to lean back. At some point, maybe about halfway down, you can start to round the spine and draw the entire back toward the floor. Then walk your feet in, separate your feet out about mats with distance, and then windshield wiper your knees side to side. The next time you drop over to the right, stay there. And then take the right ankle on top of your left knee and press down gently. Jumo, step the left foot back down and drop the knees over to the right. And then right ankle on top of the left knee. There you go. Brian, come back down with the left foot. Step the left foot back down. Drop both knees over to the right. Then take the right ankle on top. There you go. And step the right foot back down. Keep the feet wide. And then windshield wiper your knees side to side once again. All right, keep your feet wide. You get a much better movement to your hips if you keep your feet wide. All right, the next time then you drop over to your left. Stay down. And then you're going to take the left ankle on top of the right knee. Step that left foot back down. Keep the feet wide. Windshield wiper your knees side to side again. Come back to center. Happy baby. Draw your knees in. Grab the outer feet. Let the knees be wide. And then try to keep the entire back on the floor. So make sure that your lower back stays on the floor. And then try to also flatten the upper back. All right, then gently step the feet to the floor. Slide the legs forward. Shavasana, fun and relaxation. Let it all go. beginning to draw your breath back in, moving your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. Then rolling over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. And let's take your non-dominant shin on top. Then reconnecting to an even seat, a lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Inhale for Om. Hands together in prayer in front of the heart. Bowing forward, sealing in the practice. Inhale, come up. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Chang, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you again. See you next time.